Hi, I'm Vince and welcome to my channel, Vince Cooper Games. In this video, we're going to be going through turn 6 of my solitaire wargame, Bloody Lane. Bloody Lane is available from Amazon Print, Amazon Kindle, and Wargame Vault. There's also a components box, thanks to Shane for doing all of the work on this. This is available from Game Crafter in the United States, and you get some very nice professionally made counters that are rounded, all the tokens that you need, and a mounted game board. If you just want the print and play version though, you can find the files for that on Board Game Geek. Search for Bloody Lane BGG on Google. So that's the component box from Game Crafter. So let me slide this over here, move the dice tower over, and let's crack on with turn 6. So we're going to start off with the supply phase. So all the supply tokens down here move one step to the right. So I'm going to have an orders token. I can resolve this during the Confederate action phase to re-roll one of the action die. The all-important reinforcements token is going to the right, the orders, and I am now going to send some ammunition. So the mini abort total is coming down here, and it's kind of disappointing because despite using a fair amount of ammunition, I still haven't actually destroyed any Union regiments. So there's a limit of 5 ammunition tokens. Let me scratch that off on the player sheet. And that concludes the supply phase. So next is the reset Confederate artillery phase. So the artillery are reloading. They are considered to have reloaded, and so I remove this larger token. So remember, in the last turn, one of the artillery, the left battery, was destroyed. So I only have two cannon remaining. Confederate artillery phase. So it's absolutely crucial that I protect this reinforcements token. So if I hold fire, all of the Union artillery will direct their fire at this, and they're going to hit on a 2 to 5, so it's probably going to be destroyed. So I'm going to choose to fire. I have to fire against Tompkins. I'm going to hit on a 2 to 4, and there are 2 guns, so we'll do red and green together. So 2 to 4 is a hit, and I get, everything misses. That's a 5 and a 7. So not great, but the sacrifice was needed to be made in order to protect my reinforcements. So that concludes the Confederate artillery phase. Next is the Union artillery phase. So sorry, let me place that over there. Union artillery phase. So now all of the Union artillery are going to direct their fire at my battery. So Tompkins is going to hit on a 2 to 5. So I'm going to do red, blue, and green. So 2 to 5 will be a hit. Yep, survived. Okay. Getting confused there. I'm seeing the 3 and the 2, but okay, so that's a mistake. Okay, so they all miss. So thank God for that. Okay, Tidball also is going to fire, but he's historically to the east of the Antietam Creek, so a little bit harder for him to hit. He's going to hit on a 2 to 3. So again, we'll do blue, red, and green together. And looks, was safe. Fantastic. Okay, so that's a 6, a 5, and 11. Okay, breather. Let go of the stress there. So yep, didn't inflict any damage, but I didn't take any damage. So of course, historically throughout the war, the Confederate artillery was much weaker than the Unions, both in terms of the quality of the cannon, but also in terms of the munitions that they were using. So glad to escape there. And that, most importantly of all, it protects the reinforcements token. So that's the Union artillery phase concluded. Next is the Union event phase. So take a look down here. We're now on turn 6. So we're going to use the events here from column B. Okay, we're playing at the regular difficulty level with the player sheet. So as the difficulty level increases or decreases, the events down here change. Obviously, the higher you go, the harder the events become. So same procedure though, we're going to roll 4d6 and resolve the event 4 times. So there we have a 10. So 10 in column B is a skirmisher event. Okay, write down 6 here as a reminder of which turn it was resolved in. So skirmisher is a 1d6. If it's a 1, reduce the officer token value by 1. All the information is down here as well as in the rulebook, and we get a 5, so that's good. No effect. Officers are still intact. Okay, 46 again, and this time we get an 11. So 11 column B is a light fire event. Light fire is 1d6, 1 is a hit, -1 cohesion to a randomly selected Confederate regiment. So we get a 5, also a miss, good news so far. Okay, Union event number 3, that's a 16. 16 in column B, light fire event again. So light fire, roll 1d6, and 1 is a -1 cohesion to a randomly selected Confederate target. Let's go here, and we get a 1, of course. Okay, so how to determine the target is down here, but basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. We do not want a 2 or a 5. We get, and of course, yep, it's a 5. And the hits just keep on coming. So that's now down to 2. This is looking pretty dire. Reinforcements will come through, but you know, it's not looking good. So that's 3 Union events, and number 4 is 17. 17 in column B is a heavy fire, so that is going to be 1d6, 1 or 2 is -1 cohesion to a randomly selected Confederate target. So 1 or 2 is a hit. And we get and a 2. So just when I thought it was good, I'd have preferred at this point to take a hit on the officers, to be honest with you, and not get the cohesion reduced down here. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. What? Okay, so this is turn. I don't even. The last playthrough I did was so weird as well, and this is. I don't think this has ever happened. Like turn 6, and already one of the regiments is shattered. So they're going to flip to their shattered side, and they're going to make a rally to the flag. They're going to resolve a rally to the flag action during the Confederate action phase, which I will explain when we get to it. So they are shattered. Like, this is very dangerous, because now the game could end if one of the Union counters is here. They automatically advance, and that's the end of Bloody Lane. So that's the end of the Union event phase. Did I mark it off? Yep. Okay, so we'll stop there for a break. I'll have a sip of coffee, and then we'll come back for part 2.